Thank you so much for coming today, everybody. Thank you for coming here. Welcome once again to another episode of Those Thrilling Days of Yesteryear, a live recreation of some of your favorite shows from the golden age of radio. And, you know, this is the time of year where we always ask that question, what are you thankful for? I mean, truly thankful for. Might you be thankful that you have a wonderful family and friends, or perhaps you have a wonderful pet that's a part of the family? Well, certainly that's what George Burns and Gracie Allen feel as they celebrate Thanksgiving in their home. In fact, in our Burns and Allen show that we'll be doing today, which originally aired November 17, 1947, Gracie discovers that she can show thanks to the troops fighting overseas by saving ration points and buying a live turkey instead of one that's already been prepared. Now, it seems like a really great plan, but once then, the turkey meets George, and then also their pet duck, Herman. Then there's also Luigi Basco in the delightful series Life with Luigi. In our episode, which originally aired 9 years later on November 20th, 1951, our sweet little Italian immigrant is so happy to be in this great country that he turns down invitations to be with his friends so he can invite all of America over to dinner to express his gratitude. Well, of course his friends laugh at him, and it's even worse when everyone he invites has other plans. Will Luigi end up spending Thanksgiving alone? We'll find out. On a personal note, today marks the 22nd anniversary of the first date I had with my wife.
Yay!
Thank you. Of whom I am very thankful for. So, as a special treat, we'd also like to bring to you a special episode of The Bickersons as they celebrate their own anniversary. And we will do our best to recreate these shows for you just as they aired, with music, sound effects, bald minks, ducks, and turkeys. And while you are listening, you might pretend that you are one of those who had the fortune of being in the live studio audience as they watch their favorite performers do their thing. Or perhaps you might just wish to sit back, close your eyes, and imagine that you're sitting in the living room in front of the old Philco radio, anxiously waiting for your favorite show to begin. So join us now as we take you back to those thrilling days of yesteryear.
Hello, are you there? Well, we're here.
Lever Brothers, the makers of Swan, the new white floating soap, presents The Burns and Ellen Show with Paul Whiteman, our singer Jimmy Cash, yours truly, Bill Dubin, 6 hits and a miss, and George Burns and Gracie Allen. Here they are. Well, today, George and Gracie are discussing a subject that most husbands never mention to their wives. In fact, it's a subject that never arises in the average American home. Let's listen.
Gracie, you've been spending too much money. Look at this budget for November.
Well, it balances. We're not spending any more than we make.
I know, but that's the trouble. Some of the items on this budget are ridiculous. Milk for cats, $2. We haven't got any cats.
No, but we have mice.
Well, I don't get it.
Well, if I put bowls of milk around the house, the mice will think we have cats and be afraid to come out of the hole.
Oh, fine. Then some night I'll kick over a bowl of milk and ruin the rug.
Oh, you're right, dear. I hadn't thought of that. Oh, I know. I'll scare the mice with milk that doesn't splash.
Milk that doesn't splash.
Sure, cheese.
Yeah, that'll scare the mice to death.
Oh, I'll answer it.
All right, dear.
Oh, it's the postman. Good morning, Mr. Postman.
Good morning, Mrs. Burns. Only one for you today, and I'm afraid that one's a bill.
Oh, well, that's all right, Mr. Postman. I realize the post office only sends us what they get. How are you feeling?
Oh, simply marvelous. I took an ice-cold shower this morning and then ran around the reservoir a couple of times in my shorts. I guess that's what put all this pep in me.
Oh, no doubt about it. It is a gorgeous morning, isn't it? Cool, snappy sort of.
Yes, on a morning like this, I can feel the blood racing through my veins. Can't you?
Well, no, I can't, but then you're much closer to your veins than I am.
Yes, that's true. Well, goodbye, Mrs. Burns. Remember, keep smiling.
Any mail, dear?
Oh, just a bill, probably for my new hat. It only costs $12. to be one.
Gracie, you don't need any more hats. And today, when you buy anything you don't need, you're taking something away from our fighting men.
Oh, well, gee, I never thought of that. I'll wrap up the hat right away.
That's the idea.
I wonder who it would look better on, a soldier or a sailor.
Gracie, it's not the hat. You see, very few things are being made for civilians these days. And if everybody tries to buy those things, the demand makes prices go up and we've got inflation.
Oh, well, gee, the sales girl said this hat would cause comments, but I never thought it would cause inflation.
Well, let's get back to the budget. What's this silly item? Bicycle pump, $1.
Well, that's an economy. That'll save us lots of money on breakfast food.
A bicycle pump will save us money on breakfast food?
Yeah, from now on we'll puff our own rice.
Yes, that'll save us a fortune. And what's this? Rose bushes, $75.
Well, you know that florist that has a lovely big greenhouse just off Glendale Boulevard?
Yes.
Well, I happened to be out yesterday that way and went through it.
Yes, but I don't see any rose bushes around here. Where are they?
Well, there's one still stuck in the bumper of my car.
You really went through it.
Yeah. But I'll save enough money to make up for it. I'm gonna buy one of those things that the conductors punch those tickets with.
What's that for?
Well, then you won't have to pay the cleaners to take the spots out of your necktie.
I see. We just punched them out.
Yeah.
Look, sweetheart, from now on, we only buy what we absolutely need. The rest of the money goes for war bonds.
But we do buy war bonds every month.
Yes, but if we cut out these silly things, we can buy more. And not only that, we get $4 back for every $3 we put in. We help prevent inflation, and we help win the war.
Oh, you're right, dear. Everybody should cut down their spending and put that money into war bonds.
That's the idea. So let's throw this silly budget right out the window.
Well, don't you want to look at the items for our Thanksgiving dinner?
Well, we'll cut that too. The turkey we had last year should have had a pilot and a bombardier.
Well, this year we're only getting a 12-pound turkey, 3 pounds for each of us.
I don't follow that arithmetic.
Oh, Blanche and Harry Morton are going to eat with us.
Not again. Those sponges have had Thanksgiving dinner at our house 5 years in a row.
They're not sponges, George. They contribute their share. Every year, Blanche brings over a jar of her homemade pickled peaches.
I know.
And every year, Harry helps you clean the walls when the jar explodes.
Sure, they're absolutely wonderful people.
Hi, George. Hello, Gracie. What's cooking?
I'm burnt up about Harry Morton. That guy's a sponge.
He's not a sponge.
He is too. We'll leave it to Bill.
Now, wait a minute, George. I'd rather not get in the middle of a family quarrel.
Bill, I'm trying to prove to Gracie that Morton is a sponge. Now, you know him. What do you say?
Well, George, of course, there's only one way to tell a sponge, that is, a real sponge. You rub soap on it, and if you get loads and loads of pure baby suds, you've got Swan, the new white floating soap.
What's Harry Morton got to do with Swan soap?
Now look, George, I don't want to get involved with a family argument.
Yeah, but just answer me one question. Have you ever known Morton to reach for a check? Come on, admit it, have you?
Well, maybe you don't notice his hand as he reaches across the white tablecloth to pick up a check because his hands are so soft and white. You know, he washed his wife's dishes with Swan soap, George.
Oh, brother.
That's Swan for you, George. So kind to the hands, mild as the finest Castile soaps. So mild that you should not only use it for washing the dishes, but for every soap and water job in the house. In fact, Swan is great
Bill, I'm
for
going to get you to
everything.
agree that Harry Morton is a moocher if it's the last thing I do. Now, what about the other day when the three of us went into a drugstore for sodas? Who paid the check?
Oh, you mean the drugstore that's having the sale on Swan soap?
Yeah, how about that?
Oh, it's going great. Lots of dealers are running a sale on Swan.
Bill, I'm talking about Harry Morton.
Oh, well, he bought 3 bars.
Oh.
You know, you buy 3 bars and save. Yes, sir, you save more and more in more ways than one.
Well, I give up. There's a guy who invites himself to my house for Thanksgiving dinner, and nobody agrees with me that he's a chisel.
Oh, now wait a minute. Did he say that?
Yes.
Well, anyone who invites himself to your house for Thanksgiving dinner without being asked certainly is a chiseler.
There. You see, Gracie?
Oh, George, that reminds me why I dropped in.
Why?
Shake hands with another chiseler. So long. See you at Thanksgiving.
Well, I'm glad his salary is frozen. It'll be easier to break off. Anyway, Gracie, there's no reason why we should buy a turkey to feed the Morton.
Oh, but George.
Look, Gracie, why can't we eat at their house for a change?
Well, I could call Blanche and sort of hint around.
Well, I wish you would. Of course, I don't want you to be too blunt about it.
Oh, don't worry, George. She won't suspect a thing. I'll be very subtle about it. Hello? Hello, Blanche? This is Gracie. How about inviting us over for Thanksgiving dinner this year?
That's very subtle.
What did you say, Blanche? Oh, I see. Your mother and father are coming for Thanksgiving. What? Oh, no, that's all right. Yeah, we understand. Goodbye, Blanche. Well, George, Blanche's mother and father are going to be in town.
I know, I heard.
So we won't need to get a turkey for 4 people.
Oh, good.
We'll get one for 6.
Oh.
Well, George didn't say positively that the Mortons couldn't come for Thanksgiving dinner. He just gave Gracie $1.50 and told her to buy a turkey. So now we pick up Gracie at Myers Market.
Hello, Mr. Meyer.
Hello, Mrs. Burns.
Well, now I'm in sort of a hurry. Could you wait on me right away?
Of course I can. What would you like?
Well, I'd like to place an order for Gracie, darling! Tootsie Sagwell!
Oh my, it's good to see you again, Gracie. Where have you been keeping yourself?
Oh, around. Where have you been?
Oh, here and there.
Oh, well, no wonder we haven't seen each other. What are you doing, shopping for dinner?
Yes, I bought some nice carrots.
Oh, well, what a piece of luck, Tootsie. Only yesterday I was reading the most wonderful recipe. It's called Carrot Supreme.
Ooh, it sounds delicious.
Oh, it is. First you take the carrots.
Yes.
And then you wash them.
Uh-huh.
And, well, that's all I remember, but it's called Carrot Supreme and it's wonderful!
Oh, I can't wait to try it.
Oh, dear. Mr. Meyer has wandered off somewhere. Mr. Meyer!
Yes, Mrs. Burns?
Look, I don't want to be a pest, but I am in a hurry. Could you wait on me now?
Right away. What would you like?
Well, I'd like... Oh, Tootsie, I noticed you're carrying a hat box.
Yes, I got a new hat at Sally's.
Well, I got a new hat too, but George made me send it back.
Is he trying to act like a man again?
Well, he was right this time. We're cutting our budget down. And besides, the hat was pretty extreme.
One of the new creations?
Yeah, with a military motive.
Ooh.
That hat had a flat top, and when you leaned over, a little toy airplane took off.
Oh, how adorable.
Oh, my goodness. Mr. Meyer is fun again. He's much too scatterbrained to run a market. Mr. Meyer!
Yes, Mrs. Burns.
Look, I hate to complain about the service, but I do think you might remember that I'm in a hurry.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Burns. What would you like?
Well, I'd like a... Oh, Tootsie, look! Look who's driving by the market.
Who is it, Gracie?
Bill Walsh. Have you still got a crush on him?
Not anymore. After what happened Saturday night, I never want to see him again.
Why? What did happen?
Well, I invited him to dinner, and I thought it would be more cozy if I locked all the doors.
Well,
Well, there I was, picking broken window glass out of my soup.
well, this is the limit. That silly Mr. Meyer's forgotten all about me. Mr. Meyer!
Yes, Mrs. Burns.
If you want me to trade here, you shouldn't keep disappearing when you know I'm in a hurry.
Okay, Mrs. Burns, what would you like?
How much is turkey?
50 cents a pound.
All right, here's $1.50. Give me an 18-pound turkey.
Oh, Mrs. Burns, that isn't enough.
Oh, yes it is. We're only having 6 for dinner.
Oh, no. $1.50 will only buy that little turkey over there. He only weighs 3 pounds.
Oh, why don't you pluck his feathers out like all the others?
Well, he might not like it. You see, he's alive.
Oh, say, I've got an idea. I could fatten him up and then the Mortons would come over for dinner and it'll only cost George $1.50. Mr. Meyer, I'll take him.
Okay, Mrs. Burns, I'll get it.
Gracie, what'll George say if you bring a live turkey in the house?
Oh, gee, I never thought of that. He'll be mad. He even had a fight with Herman this morning.
Did he pick on that sweet little duck?
Yes, George yelled and yelled, but Herman didn't say a word. He just sat there quietly in the nest he made of George's shorts.
Oh, such a darling.
Yes. Oh, I know. I'll sneak the turkey in. Tootsie, would you lend me your hat box to hide it in?
Oh, of course I would. I've been dying to show you my new hat anyway. I'll take it out of the box.
All right.
There now. Here's the turkey, Mrs. Burns. No. Not by the neck. You hold it by the feet.
Oh, all right. Oh, my, his little feet are chapped. Well, he shouldn't be running around barefooted in November. Mr. Meyer, why does he make that funny noise?
All turkeys gobble.
Well, then he should eat slower. Or else take some bicarbonate of soda.
Oh, Gracie, look. I've got on my new hat. How do you like it?
Well, do you want my frank opinion, or would you rather have me tell a little white lie?
I'll take the little white lie.
Tootsie, it's simply gorgeous!
Thank you, Gracie.
You're welcome, Tootsie. Goodbye.
Bye.
Hello, dear.
Oh, Baxter. Gracie, did you buy another hat? What's in the box?
What box?
The box you have under your arm.
What arm?
What arm? That arm.
Oh, you mean this arm?
Yeah.
The one attached to my shoulder?
Yes, what's in it?
Oh, bones and muscles and arteries.
Not the arm, the box.
Oh, the box.
The box, what's in it?
Well,
Are you asking me?
No, I'm telling you. It's a picture of my cousin Philip. That's what it is, a picture. A talking picture. You know, Cousin Philip spoke very little English.
Gracie, for the last time, what is in that box?
Well, oh, all right, I'll tell you. But you've got to promise you won't get mad. Will you get mad?
No.
How much do you want to bet?
Gracie.
Well, you told me I could spend $1.50 for a turkey, so I bought a little live one, and we can fatten them up, and that way we
You
can have the
want a
morning
live
over.
turkey?
Well, they're easier to fatten up that way than the other kind.
Oh, well, that's fine. I knew we'd end up feeding those wantons again. Okay, let's see this turkey that we're going to fatten up. Gee, he isn't very friendly. It looks like he's thinking of biting my nose off.
Well, look what you're thinking of doing to him.
Yeah, so.
Oh, it's my darling little ducky. Oh, Herman, Mama has a little surprise for you. Yes, really. Look in this box. Oh, Herman, don't be frightened. It's only a little turkey. And he's gonna live with us for a while, Herman. Oh, why, Herman Burns, you're jealous.
This is the happiest moment of my life. Gracie, are Herman and that turkey still fighting in the pantry?
Well, I'll go look and see. I think that's still fighting.
I got the same impression. Unless we do something, the neighbors will be complaining about the noise.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past that snippy Mrs. Marks who lives next door. She's had it into me ever since I borrowed her vacuum cleaner last week. I don't know why.
Well, maybe you kept it too long.
Oh, no, I gave it back to her as soon as I finished cleaning the fish.
Very unreasonable woman.
Hi, people.
What brings you back, Chisler?
Well, that's what was bringing me back. I invited myself over here for Thanksgiving dinner, and I remembered I have a date with a girl for Thanksgiving.
Well, that's too bad now.
No, but Gracie, you'll love having her. She eats like a horse.
Well, fine. Bill, your Thanksgiving dinner's in the pantry, and he's fighting with that silly duck.
Oh, a live turkey?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I better go out and break it up. You know, it'd be just like Herman to bite him in the part I like best. Leave it to me, George. Wait a minute. Don't you birds realize that you get along better in life if you behave yourself and don't fight? Yes, that's so. Now, you take the case of a little swan I know, Herman. He was a good little bird, and now he's famous. They put his picture on every Swan wrapper, and he's proud. Because Swan is the new white floating soap that gives you all that pure, mild lather so fast. So you see, Herman, it pays to be a sweet little bird. Yes, that's so. Oh, shut up. Oh, now, I didn't mean that, Herman. I meant you should be gentle, like Swan soap is gentle. It's as mild as the finest Castile soap. So mild that mothers use it to bathe their babies. So mild that it's perfect for anybody's bath or shower. So Herman, why don't you be gentle and mild too? And put your weight around the cute itsy bitsy baby turkey. Oh, why listen you little duck. There's plenty of room for both of you. So instead of fighting, why don't you go half and half? You know, like Swan soap. You break it in two. Put half in the kitchen for dishes and cleaning, and the other half in the bathroom for your hands and face. Now, do you see what I'm talking about, Herman? Well, what do you say to the little turkey? Hey, cut it out! Well, so long, George. So long, Gracie.
What's your hurry, Bill?
Why are you limping?
Well, Herman bit me in the part he likes best. Bye.
Gracie, go out into the pantry and stop that fighting, or we'll be thrown out of the neighborhood.
All right, dear. Oh, now stop that right now. Stop it. Why, shame on you, Herman Burns. That's no way to treat a little girl turkey. Yes, a girl. Herman, isn't she cute? Yes. Why, Herman Burns. You know, sometimes I think you're older than you look. George.
Look, Gracie, a man just
George,
did
I
all
finally-
these things. What are they, anyway?
Well, they're for the turkey, George. I bought a little tub for her to swim around in, and also
A
I
tub
bought...
for the turkey to swim around in.
Why, yes, I thought it would be more humane. The turkey can get used to it by degrees, and it won't be such a shock when the time comes.
Get used to what by degrees?
Well, I'm going to fill the tub with gravy.
Oh, that's a brilliant idea. Anything else?
Yes, I bought a sun lamp.
A sun lamp for the turkey.
Yeah.
Well, why did you get that?
Well, mostly for your sake.
For my sake.
Yeah, I know you prefer dark meat.
Gracie, your ideas about raising a turkey are too advanced.
But George, people shouldn't be afraid to try something new. Suppose Marconi had been afraid to experiment. We'd only have spaghetti.
Sure. Gracie, this turkey is costing me a fortune. Look at these price tags. Tub, $5. Sun lamp, $15. I could have bought 3 turkeys with this.
Come in.
This is absolutely ridiculous. Going out and buying.
How do you do? Do you have a little turkey and a little duck as reported by a neighbor?
Why, yes. Why?
May I refer you to statute 193 of this county? Possession of 2 or more live fowl shall in this county be deemed ipso facto a poultry farm, and such as foresaid property pertaining thereof shall be governed according to Article 38, Section 17 of the laws of said county.
What does that mean?
Cough up $10 for a poultry license.
That does it. I'm going into that pantry, and the next time you see that turkey, he'll have parsley where his feathers used to be.
Oh, dear.
Come on. I'm going to settle this right now. I knew this thing would cost me a fortune.
George.
What?
Look, Herman and the turkey. Herman's got his wing around her.
Well, that's fine. Get this. Love finds Herman Burns.
George, come inside a minute.
What?
George, I won't let you touch that turkey. It would be inhuman. That's what it would be.
What would be inhuman?
To eat our son's fiancée for Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh.
Well, George and Gracie will be right back. So, I've got just a second to remind you to stop in to see where you see the Swan sign that says, buy 3 and save. Take advantage of the big sale on Swan that so many dealers are now running. And don't forget, sale or no, you save with Swan. You save because Swan gives you more soap per penny than any leading toilet soap tested. And you save because Swan goes further than easily wasted packaged soaps. No matter what you use Swan for, it saves you money. So buy 3 bars and save. Well, here they are again, George and Gracie. Gracie's on the phone.
Hello? Is this Harry Morgan? Hello, Harry. Harry, will you tell Blanche George is on his way over with a little turkey? He wouldn't let me keep it. It's pretty small, but you can fatten him up. How? Well, just feed it chocolate fudge sundaes. Well, sure it'll work. Look at your wife.
Next week at this same time, Eddie Cantor will be George and Gracie's guests. And there's a rumor that Ida might join the Beverly Hills Uplift Society. So, the makers of Swan, the new white floating soap, join George and Gracie in inviting you to tune in. Remember, Swan now brings you 2 of radio's top shows, George Burns and Gracie Ellen, and Tommy Riggs and Betty Lou over another network. And now, till next week, this is Bill Goodwin saying, well, hi Swan, how about you? And now, for your enjoyment, ladies and gentlemen, here are Francis Langford and Don Amici as the Bickersons in The Honeymoon is Over.
Any minute and he'll go into orbit. Oh dear.
how you can sleep at all with your guilty conscience.
Not guilty. Turn out the lights.
I will not. This is one night you're not going to get away with it.
Blanche, what's the matter with you? It's 3 o'clock in the morning. You had a good time tonight. Now why don't you let me sleep?
I had a miserable time. It was the unhappiest anniversary I ever spent. Why didn't you show up at the party, John?
I told you, I got stuck at the office.
Well, I'd like to believe that. What were you doing?
Working.
Sure, that's always the first excuse. If I don't fall for that, you have a second excuse, and a third, and a fourth. What were you working on?
The fifth.
You better not be so bold, John Bickerson. For your information, I got a call from Louise Shaw.
What about her?
She saw you coming out of a saloon at midnight. She saw you. Now, don't deny it.
I'm not denying it.
Why were you coming out of a saloon at midnight?
Well, they had to come out sometime.
I'm warning you, John. You better give up that habit. Every time you go into a saloon, the devil goes in with you.
Well, if he does, he pays for his own drinks. Good night.
Oh, no. What time did you leave the office?
I left the office at 11 o'clock. I caught the bus at 11:05. I got off at 11:54. I stopped at the cocktail bar and bought a corkscrew and waited for an hour.
Why?
Because it was pouring outside.
What were you doing?
Pouring inside. Are you satisfied? Is that what you wanted me to say?
No, I just want the truth.
The truth is, I was working, Blanche. I had a rough day. I went to work at 7 this morning. No breakfast, no lunch, no dinner.
Well, who told you not to eat dinner? I left a whole roast chicken for you in the kitchen. Why didn't you eat
I
it?
didn't like the stuffing. What did you stuff it with?
I didn't stuff it with anything. It wasn't hollow.
Put out the lights.
No.
Just let me rest.
I suppose you think I loafed all day. I worked my fingers to the bone getting ready for the party and never had 1 minute's enjoyment.
Not a minute.
And then I had to wash the dishes, sweep the floor, and who knows what else. I still haven't gotten rid of the crumbs in the
I
kitchen.
thought they all went home.
Very funny. Everybody who came tonight were sweet and thoughtful, and they all brought presents.
Good.
That's more than you can give. The Homers were there, and they brought something. The Gaylords were here, and they brought something. Even my sister Clara was
What
here.
did she take?
She didn't take anything. Oh, and by the way, Dr. Hersey came, and he left a little something for us on the half table.
You're kidding. That tightwad? He left something for us?
Yes, but you don't have to pay it until the first of the month.
Oh, wouldn't you know it? Put out the lights, Blanche.
Put out the lights. That's the kind of talk I get on my wedding anniversary. No hug, no kiss, no affection, not even an anniversary card.
I did send you a card. I told you 50 times I sent you a card. It must have gotten lost in the mail.
You're lying. Swear.
I swear I'm lying.
What?
I mean, I'm not lying. It was trimmed with lace and it had a wonderful poem on it, and I picked it out especially for you.
What did it say on it?
Go to sleep.
Well, if you picked it especially for me, I want to know what it said.
It said, "Happy anniversary to my love."
That could be anybody.
Now let me finish. It said, "Happy anniversary to my love, my wife, my life, my turtle dove. Life with you is great, it seems. I love you more than pork and beans."
Oh, you're only adding insult to injury.
How do I know what it said? I can't remember the stupid poetry they put in those things.
You can't remember anything where I'm concerned. Can't you ever find it in your heart to pay me a compliment? Why is it such an effort to tell me you love me?
Blanche, darling, it's not an effort. It's just that I can't seem to convince you. You know I love you so.
So what?
That's what I said. Oh, hell with it. Put out the lights.
No,
Please, go to sleep, Blanche.
I can't. I'm sick.
Really? Are you really sick, honey?
So sick I could die. It's those dizzy spells again. I get them every 5 minutes.
How long do they last?
About half an hour.
How can they last half an hour if you get them every 5 minutes?
Don't hound me. Help me.
What do you want me to do, Blanche? Should I call Dr. Hersey?
No.
Oh, well, what do you want? Are you really sick? Or is this just something you're doing to keep me awake? Is that it?
Well, maybe it is. It's the only way I can get any attention from you.
Attention? No husband in the world is more attentive than I am. Don't I always offer you half the newspaper at breakfast?
You shouldn't read at the table at all. And when you do drive the car up in front of the house, you might be a gentleman and help me in.
Help you in.
Oh no, I'd have to fling open the door and throw myself into the seat.
Well, I slow down, don't I?
I'd like to see you act that way with Gloria Goose.
No, now don't start with Gloria Goosey.
You'd sure be a gentleman if you had her in your car.
I've had her in my car plenty of times and I've never been a gentleman.
What?
I mean, hate the sight of Gloria Gooseby, and I forbid you to mention her name again. Do you hear me?
We've had 8 anniversaries, and this is the most miserable of all.
No worse than last year.
Our whole marriage started on the wrong foot. It was your idea to elope, not mine.
Yeah.
Oh no, I wanted to have a real ceremony like all my friends, but you said it was more romantic to elope. We had to be married by a justice of the peace.
Should have been the Secretary of War.
You didn't talk like that then. Why didn't you let me have a big ceremony,
I
John?
wasn't working at the time. I didn't have the money.
Well, you're working now, and I want a real wedding with a big ceremony.
Okay, I'll arrange it in the morning.
You say it, but you won't do it. Do it now.
What?
Go on, get up, and let's get
Are
married.
you out of your mind, Blanche? It's almost 4 o'clock in the morning.
Why don't you say you're sorry you married me?
Because I'm not sorry.
You don't act like you love me.
I act.
Oh, kiss me goodnight.
I'll kiss you goodnight in the morning.
Well, why can't you kiss me
I'm
now?
facing that way.
See? You hate me.
Blanche, darling, I don't hate you. I'm just sleepy. Please, put out the lights.
Did you buy me an anniversary present, John? Where is it? Where is my anniversary present, John?
You won't like it.
I know I won't, but I'd like to see it. Hope you didn't spend a lot of money.
I didn't spend a lot of money.
Why not?
I didn't have a lot of money. Just a little old beach bathrobe. It cost $8.
$8? Married 8 years and you spent only $8?
Blanche.
$1 a year for washing your shirts, cooking your meals, darning your socks, raising your
You
children?
haven't got any children.
Well, what do you want for $1 a year?
What's the matter with you, Blanche? You've done something wrong. I can recognize the signs.
It's nothing.
What have you done?
Do you love me?
Oh, don't start that again.
I have a very special reason. Do you love me?
Yes, Blanche, I love you.
How much do you love me?
How much do you need?
I don't need anything. Sit up, John.
Okay, I'm up.
I bought a mink coat.
A mink coat! How much was it?
Lie down, John.
Blanche, how dare you spend money on a mink coat? We can't afford a mink coat.
Now don't scream
I
at me.
deny myself everything. I'm cutting down your old girdles and wearing them for suspenders. I sew collars on my underwear to save on shirts. I never spend a penny on myself, and she has to have a mink coat.
You had your shoes shine last Saturday.
I haven't got any shoes. I have my feet painted black. Where is that coat? Let me see it.
Oh, you'll love it, John. It's not nearly as expensive as you think either. Only $1,200.
$1,200.
Yeah, isn't it gorgeous?
Well, take it out of that burlap bag.
Oh, it isn't in any bag. That's the coat.
What kind of coat is that? It hasn't got any fur on it.
That's the latest style, silly. Bald mink.
Bald mink? How can you squander my good money for a bald mink? You take that coat back. Do you hear me? I'm not going into debt for any bald-headed mink.
Oh, John, how can you be so cruel?
Take it back.
Please, John.
No.
Please.
What's the use?
Oh, I love you, John. You're the most generous and wonderful husband in the world.
Go to sleep, Blanche.
Can I keep the coat, John?
How I slave and sweat to keep body and soul together. Deprive myself of every tiny luxury to make both ends meet. It isn't worth it. In one fell swoop, you squander 2 years' savings. What has a man got to live for? I wish I had the courage to. I think I will. Nobody cares about me anyway. One shot and I'll find peace.
Oh, John!
Wonderful bourbon. Good night, Blanche.
Good night, John.
The makers of Wrigley Spearmint Chewing Gum invite you to enjoy Life. Life with Luigi, a comedy show created by Cy Howard and starring the celebrated actor Mr. J. Carroll Nash, with Alan Reed as Pasquale. Friends, the makers of Wrigley Spearmint Chewing Gum are glad to bring you Life with Luigi because they feel it's a friendly, good-natured show that offers you relaxation and enjoyment. And you know, Wrigley Spearmint Chewing Gum offers relaxation and enjoyment too. It's pleasant to chew on a smooth piece of Wrigley Spearmint, whether you're working, shopping, listening to your radio, or doing just about anything. Wrigley Spearmint gum tastes good, it's refreshing, and has good easy chewing, gives you comfort and satisfaction. Now, Wrigley Spearmint Chewing Gum brings you Luigi, as he writes another letter describing his adventures in America to his Mama Basco in Italy.
Dear Mamma Mia, now is a Thanksgiving in America. Every American is going around with a big happy smile on his face. And I see the turkey. And even a turkey's got something to be thankful about in this country. This year he's getting 5 cents more a pound than he got last year. But Mamma Mia, this week I'ma had the most wonderful idea I'ma ever had. I'ma got so much to be thankful for. This is what I'ma decided to do. I'm gonna make a big Thanksgiving party at my house. I'm gonna invite all America. Sure. I'm gonna put all the turkey, the fruits, the drinks on my table, open up my door and tell every American passerby, come on to my house. Maybe it sounded crazy, Mamma Mia, but how else am I gonna show my appreciation for living 3 years in America? First time I thought maybe I should write a letter to President Truman and say, Dear Presidente, thanks for letting me in. But Pasquale says Truman is going to find out I didn't vote in 1948, so he's going to write back, you're welcome and get out. And then I thought maybe I'm going to show my appreciation by paying my income taxes 4 months early. Again, Pasquale says no. He says if I was spending the money now, Treasury is going to get full too quick and as liable to inflate the inflation. So then I'm going to get this big idea to make a big Thanksgiving dinner in my house and invite all Americans to come and celebrate with me. Then while everyone is eating, I'm going to tell them a story. I'm going to tell them a story of the Thanksgiving and the Pilgrims and what does it mean to me.
Luigi, my friend. Hello, Luigi. Hello.
Hello, Pasquale. Happy Thanksgiving.
Same to you, my little turkey puss. Luigi, look, I know you got no plans for this Thursday, so I invite you to the biggest Thanksgiving dinner you ever ate in your life.
Thanks, Pasquale, but not this year.
What?
This year, Pasquale, I'm going to make my own dinner.
Oh, listen to the little pumpkin head.
That's right.
Luigi, turkey, she costs 70 cents a pound. You worth 10 cents a pound. He's a more chance the turkey gonna have Luigi for Thanksgiving.
No, don't worry, Pasquale, I'm going to get enough money. I'm going to take out all of my money from the bank. I'm going to buy the turkeys, the pies, the foods, everything.
You took out every penny, eh?
Yeah.
Well, who you gonna invite to this feast?
America.
What? America?
Yeah.
Luigi, you ain't even got a room in the house of Rhode Island. What a big dope I was to let you fool me. For a minute there I thought you were serious.
Yeah, but I'm a serious, Pasquale.
Luigi, come on. I think you better come with me to some psychologist, so he can give you a sanitation test.
But why, Pasquale? I'm not crazy.
Listen, Luigi, just because of the Marshall Plan feeds Italy, that don't mean you gotta start a Luigi Plan to feed America.
Pasquale,
you big dope. How many times I gotta warn you? Stop bothering the country. You got 2 more years before you get the citizenship paper. So lay low. Don't act suspicious. Don't feed America. Don't do nothing until they make you a citizen. Then you can be as stupid as you want.
I know, Pasquale, but I got so much to be thankful for in America. How else am I going to show my thanks?
Well, it's one way, Luigi. Big is the way there is.
What way is it that, Pasquale?
By marrying an American citizen.
You mean a rosa?
I don't mean to say you're a cougar. Well, what do you say, my little banana nose?
Pasquale, this year I'm going to eat the turkey, not marry one.
Oh, please, don't be so hippity-bippity. Eat the turkey. Look, Luigi, forget this crazy idea about feeding the country. You come eat with us. We're gonna have turkey, cranberry pies, candies, fruits, everything from soups to your go.
Pasquale, thank you so much, but this year I'm going to say no.
Still you're gonna invite America to the party, yeah?
That's all right, Pasquale.
How you gonna do this, Luigi? You're gonna go to the telephone, you're gonna call up Washington and say, hello, Harry,
It's Luigi, that last greenhorn you let in the country. Look at Harry. I'ma make a big Thanksgiving dinner, so how about you get a babysitter for Margaret and come over with the wife?
No, Pasquale, that's not what I'm gonna do.
Oh, come on, Luigi. Don't go and spoil all my plans. I want to have a real old-fashioned Thanksgiving dinner. Turkey with plenty of stuffing, wine, pumpkin pie, mince pies.
Wait, Pasquale, I don't think I don't appreciate that you invited me because you are the best friend I got in America.
Well, all right, to prove it. Look, Luigi, I got a bottle of wine. I've been keeping it in my cellar for 25 years. You're gonna drink a glass. Rosa gonna drink a glass. You know what's gonna happen after that.
I'm gonna be in the cellar for 25 years. No thanks, Pasquale. I'm gonna get my mind all made up. 5 o'clock on Thursday, an American monster is gonna be a dinner a must of.
You're making me sick. You with the crazy ideas. You think that just because you invite the strange Americans for dinner, that means they're all gonna come, eh?
Oh, I'm a show, Pasquale.
That shows how gossipful you are. Luigi, believe me, nobody gonna show up.
Pasquale, you stand up just because you're mad. But you see, they will show up, they will.
They won't.
They will.
They won't. Well,
Will they?
We're gonna have the most wonderful Thanksgiving dinner.
Quiet, class, while I call the roll. Mr. Basco.
Here.
Mr. Horowitz.
Here.
Mr. Olson.
Here.
Mr. Schultz.
Gobble, gobble.
Mr. Schultz, I presume you are imitating a turkey?
Gobble, 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 gobble.
Please control yourself.
That's impossible. In this season, the turkey has got to lose his head.
All right, Mr. Turkey. Since you are so full of the holiday spirit, perhaps you can answer some of the history questions I've prepared about Thanksgiving.
But that's unconstitutional, Miss Spalding. In America, you can't force a turkey to testify against himself.
Oh, never mind. Mr. Horowitz, you may tell us, what year did the Pilgrims arrive in America?
With pleasure. It happened in 1620.
Correct. And what was the name of the boat they came in?
The Maytag.
Maytag? That's a washing machine.
So what? So the pilgrims wanted clean shirts when they got there. That was a lollipalooza.
Quiet, please. Quiet, please. Mr. Basco, you may tell us the name of the boat.
The Mayflower.
Good, Mr. Basco. I'm glad you studied your lesson today.
Well, Miss Spalding, I'm a study about the pilgrims all week. And this Thanksgiving, I'm going to tell the pilgrim story to all of the people at my dinner.
Well, fine.
Your dinner, Luigi. I was gonna invite you to my house for dinner.
Sure, and I promised Olga I would bring you over for turkey.
Oh, stop it. If Luigi has got to get indigestion, I want to have the honor of giving it.
Now, friends, thanks for inviting me and thinking about me, but...
No buts, Luigi. Come to my party. We're going to be me, my wife Freda, the 3 kids, then of course Uncle Hugo, Aunt Berta, Brother Wolfgang, his wife Helga, the twins, Grandpa Max, his girlfriend, and as always, Sam.
Sam? Who's this Sam?
Who knows? Every year he shows up for Thanksgiving. He tells me he is my wife's cousin, and my wife tells me he is my cousin. Meanwhile, he eats more than all of us put together. Smile, Luigi. You're going to have a wonderful time with us.
No, Schultz, but thanks anyway.
Luigi, Olga will be real disappointed if you turn us down.
My Esther will be very unhappy, Luigi. She's even learning how to make a pizza.
Class, maybe Mr. Basco has his own plans for Thanksgiving. He's already said he's going to make his own dinner.
That's right.
But you got no family here, Luigi. Who's gonna be your guests?
America.
America?
You're going to invite America?
Just a quiet and informal gathering. 150 million people. Luigi must be joking, huh?
No, Schultz, I'm not joking.
Luigi, what do you mean you're going to invite America?
Well, I'm here over 3 years in this country, and I want very much to say thanks to America for letting me in, for giving me a chance to someday become a citizen. So I'm going to go out in the street, and the first Americans I'm going to see,
You mean you're really going to invite strangers to your Thanksgiving dinner?
They're not strangers themselves, they're Americans.
By Jiminy, Luigi, this is the uniest thing you ever did.
Loony, but wonderful.
The little Wiener Schnitzel. Well, if that's going to make you happy, Luigi, then do it. Just be careful who you invite, that's all.
Yeah, but why, Schultz? What's the difference? One American is like any other American.
Maybe you're right, Luigi. I'm sure you're going to have a wonderful Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, well, I hope. And Mrs. Spalding, you don't think it's crazy?
I think it's wonderful, really.
Yeah, sure. Why don't I ever think of those things by evening?
Because you're smart, Wilson. And when you're smart, you think before you do something. And if you think before you do something, you never do it. Luigi, listen to me. She will prefer loads of her.
Luigi, is there anything we can do to help you with the dinner?
No, always thanks, but I'm just going to make it a turkey, and then I'm going to go out and invite the Americans, and I'm going to hold everyone who's going to be there at 5 o'clock Thanksgiving Day.
By everybody, you mean everybody?
And you're going to invite anybody else?
What else? The Americans doesn't mean anybody else. But friends, why you all look at me this way? Don't you think Americans is going to be glad to come if I'm inviting them?
Oh, don't worry, they'll come.
Yeah, of course they will, yeah.
You're going to have plenty of people, Luigi. I'm sure of that.
But enough to make a big party, huh, Schultz?
With free food and drink, Luigi, not only are you going to have a big party, you're going to have enough Americans in your house to start a third party.
Before we return to life with Luigi, here's a suggestion that will make your Thanksgiving dinner even more enjoyable. After dinner, pass some Wrigley spearmint gum around the table. Yes, a stick of delicious Wrigley spearmint gum tastes mighty good after a meal, or at any time. It's refreshing and leaves a nice clean taste in the mouth. And pleasant chewing aids digestion. So plan out to top off your dinner with healthful, refreshing Wrigley spearmint chewing gum. The folks in your house will really enjoy it. And remember, it's a good idea to have plenty of Wrigley spearmint gum handy at all times. Because chewing Wrigley spearmint gum adds to your enjoyment of whatever you're doing. When you're shopping, be sure to include a few packages of Wrigley spearmint gum. And now let's turn to page 2 of Luigi Basco's letter to his mother in Italy.
Well, Mamma Mia, tomorrow's going to be Thanksgiving. And today I'm fixed up 2 turkeys, I'm going to put them in the stove. How I wish you could have seen those turkeys, Mamma Mia. So nice and big. I bet there was a saying, before they come from the farm, hey, eat up, because Luigi's going to need you for this Thanksgiving party. Well, I've got everything I'm going to need. Pies and nuts, fruits, candies, and now I'm going to go to the bank and get my last $5 for the decorations. And also, while I'm there, I'm going to invite everybody into the bank to my party. Then from there, I'm going to get the decorations, invite the sales lady, and then I'm going to invite everybody. Mamma Mia, is it too bad you're not here to see how happy I am? America, I love you. You're like a papa to me, from ocean to ocean. Here's my bank. It's a wonderful bank. I wish I could invite you to a bank because besides the people who's working inside of you.
Hold the car here, Lawrence. I'll be out in a minute.
Oh,
sorry, young man.
Isa, mister.
Yes?
You got someplace to eat for Thanksgiving?
Why?
Because if you're not, I got a big party in my store and you're welcome.
Well, that's very nice of you, mister.
Here's my card. Luigi Basco, 21 North Halsted Street, 5 p.m. sharp. And you can bring your friend Lawrence too.
Lawrence is my chauffeur. Now, if you'll excuse me.
That makes no difference. Just because he can drive a car and you can't, don't mean I'm not going to invite you.
Mr. Basco, I'm president of this bank, Mr. Fox.
Oh, pleased to meet you, Mr. Fox. I'm one of your steady customers. Yeah, sure. Bank number 11786. Recognize me?
No. Mr. Basco, don't tell me you came here just to invite me to your Thanksgiving party.
No, Mr. Fox. But you see, I'm 3 years in America, so I make it a big party to celebrate. I'm a vet to everybody in America.
Everybody in America? Excuse me, I'm in a hurry.
No, please, Mr. Fox.
I hate to disappoint you, Mr. Basco, but I don't think Mrs. Fox and I can attend.
No, please, I'm saving the drumstick just for you.
I wish I could say yes, Mr. Basco, but, well, I'll be frank with you. We've already pledged ourselves to attend the big benefit dinner downtown.
Oh, and you already paid, huh?
Well, it's quite an affair, $25 a plate.
Mamma mia, the plate is costing so much, how much they're going to charge you for the turkey?
Well, goodbye, Mr. Basco, and good luck with your dinner.
By the way, Thank you.
Yes, sir, can I help you?
Please, miss, I'd like some little balloons and decorations for my Thanksgiving party.
Certainly. How many guests will there be?
I don't know.
Well, can you give me some idea? Will it be 4, 6, 12, 16?
Yes.
What?
Well, it could be a 4, 6, 12, or 16. Might also be 100.
You're joking.
I'm not. You see, since yesterday, I invite a lot of people, but I tell you the truth, my friend Pasquale, maybe he's right. Most of the people, they smile at me like I've been out in the sun too long.
Well, of all the people you invited, who are you sure is coming?
Larry, so far the only one I'm sure of is the turkey.
Well, I must say, this is all very strange.
But let me explain. You see, I'm 3 years in America, and I want to show my appreciation to America for letting me in. So I'm making a big party with all the money I got. Well, now I'm going around inviting all Americans, and this is sounding crazy, eh?
It sounds sweet.
Oh, you like it, huh? All right, here's my card. Luigi Basco, 21 North Halsted Street. Party is a 5 o'clock sharp, but if you come 5 minutes early, Turkey, he's not going to be mad. Oh, please, please, you're going to come. I'm also going to tell a story about the Thanksgiving.
Well, I'll try.
Promise, I want to feel that somebody's going to come.
Well, I can't promise, but I will do my best.
Oh, thank you so much.
Will it be all right if I bring a friend?
Anybody, Mrs. Sales Lady, anybody. I don't care if you bring an enemy. Already is 3 o'clock. I'm going to invite a few more people in this park and I'm going to go home. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Mind if I sit down?
Go ahead. It's free company.
Oh, good. I'm glad you agree with me.
Huh?
It's nice here in the park, huh?
Sure. I like it so much I sleep here.
Oh, you sleep. A nature lover, huh?
Yeah. Hey, you bring any breadcrumbs?
Why, you like to see the people feeding the birds, huh?
Yeah. And it comes in handy if you ain't had lunch.
Mamma mia, you're hungry, huh? I'm sorry for you.
Mister, I didn't ask for pity. Just for food.
Well, all right. You're going to get a penny. I'm going to invite you to my party.
What is this? Nobody believes a bum no more. Everybody thinks I got 20,000 bucks sewed up in the lining of my coat. Well, look. I ripped out the lining. Not a dime.
My friend, I'm going to care if you got $1 million. You invited to my party. Turkey and everything.
Is this a joke?
No, mister, it isn't a joke. 5 o'clock, I'm inviting all America to my store.
All of America. I might have known. The whole thing is a nightmare.
No, it's a no bad dream. Is it true?
Friend, don't kid me.
Huh?
When you're in my condition, you can't take jokes.
You can't. Hey, look, it's almost time. Come on to you right now tonight to my party.
Wait. I don't believe it. Let me touch you.
Huh? Oh, sure. See?
Gee, this is Thanksgiving for real.
Mamma mia, it's 6 o'clock and nobody's showed up.
Well, I'm somebody, I hope.
Sure. Excuse me, but all of those people I'm talking to, nobody. Sales lady, bus driver.
Friend,
Huh?
when you invited me, I had a hole in my stomach. But now, it's so deep you could drill for oil.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but right here, I take out turkey, those vegetables, and look, it's a feast for the king.
Well, the king gets 3 squares a day. That's a feast for a bum. Well, let's start.
All right, wait, here. You glass of wine.
Thanks.
Come on, we drink, huh?
Drink.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
So the pilgrims sailed from Plymouth, England, September 16 and 20. It was about 100 men, women, and children.
Pass the pickles, please.
Yeah, here. And they came to Massachusetts, December 21st, 16 and 20. Everything looked black, but suddenly the harvest was good.
Couldn't be as good as this turkey. Cooked it yourself, huh?
Yeah.
Well, you ought to eat some of it.
No, I can't. So in November, the pilgrims decided to give it a thanks.
Hey, here comes somebody.
Huh?
Well, hello, Mr. America.
Oh, so you Pasquale, huh?
It better be, otherwise I'd have been feeding to somebody else's face all day.
That's very funny. Ha ha.
Who's this, Luigi?
This is my guest.
What?
Pasquale, what are you laughing about?
Oh, you invited the whole country of America. And what's the show's up? Brooklyn.
Hey, listen, friend, lay off of that stuff, or this place will have another dead turkey.
Hey, you shut up your face. Well, Luigi, who's right? You spent your last dime for a party, went out on the street and invited hundreds of people, and what do you got? Just enough to start a one game of canasta.
Oh, no, please, Pasquale, don't make me feel worse.
Excuse me, but am I in the right place?
Sure, come in. Hey, I remember you. You was the man who was pasting the posters on the billboard.
That's right. Had a devil of a time finding this place.
Well, now you're here. Come on, start eating.
Pass the potato salad?
Sure.
I hope you don't mind. I brought my wife.
Mind, I'm very happy. Come on in, Mr. Billboard Poster. Hey, look, somebody else is coming in.
Mr. Basco?
Miss Sales lady.
Am I too late?
Pass the white meat?
No, you're not too late. I'm gonna stop passing and serve something for you.
I'm sorry, my friend was delayed.
Oh, come in. Hurry up. Dinner's just getting started.
Hey, pal! Hey, my bus broke down. Where's the food?
Pass the applesauce.
No, you pass it to somebody else this time. Here's a little food for you.
Ah, thanks.
Mamma mia, there's more people. Hey, come on in, everybody. Come in, everybody. What, Pasquale, what do you say now?
It's enough to make you lose faith in human nature.
Well, Mr. Vasco.
Mr. Fox, you come too, huh?
Yes, I did. I brought my family.
Oh, come on in. Mamma mia. Pasquale, how about we move the furniture around so I'm gonna have my room?
All right.
Sitting at that banquet, I thought about your idea of inviting America. Well, I just got over and came over.
Boy, am I glad I got here first.
There's more people. Come on.
Hello, Mr. Vasco.
Miss Baldi.
It looks like a convention of starving turkey stuffers.
Luigi!
Yeah, Horowitz.
Luigi, next time when you invite all America, don't leave us out.
But Horowitz, I thought you understand that. You think I would have a party without all of you?
Well, that's what we thought.
So, here we are. One pass everything.
Just a second, Luigi. Wait a minute. You gotta make this a real party. It's a one person you got to invite.
You're right, Pasquale. All right. Go on and invite her, huh?
All right, I'm gonna invite her. Rosa. You got it, Papa. Yes, my little drumstick. Say hello to everybody.
Hello, Rosa.
Now, Luigi, you got a party with all America.
No, Pasquale, you're wrong. With the Rosa here, I'm also got the Canada and the Mexico. Well, Mamma mia, I'm gonna have the best time of my life with this Thanksgiving. I'm invited all America, and they came. The evening was pushed over into Pasquale's store, and it was fun all over. The funny thing is, when I was the happiest, I was the saddest. Because the one person who was not here, was not American, was not here. She's Italian. And I'm hoping she should take care of herself, because there's one American who was always a miss her. Your lovely son, Luigi Basco, and England.
Friends, the makers of Wrigley Spearmint Chewing Gum, hope you enjoyed tonight's story of Life with Luigi. And for real chewing enjoyment, remember Wrigley Spearmint Gum. You'll enjoy chewing Wrigley Spearmint when you're working, for instance. Just sink your teeth in and let the smooth, good chewing help keep you going at your best. Chewing Wrigley Spearmint Gum brightens up dull moments, keeps up your mouth fresh and alert so you can feel better and work better. Yes, millions chew Wrigley Spearmint Gum on the job to make the work go faster, smoother, more successfully. So for real help on the job, And for real chewing enjoyment, remember Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious. Get a few packages tonight or tomorrow morning. The makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum invite you to listen next week at this same time when Luigi Basco writes another letter to his mama Basco in Italy. Life with Luigi is a Cy Howard production and is directed by Max Benoff. Pat Burton is associate producer. The script was written by Max Benoff and Lou Turnman. J. Carroll Nash is Luigi Basco, and Alan Reed is Pasquale. On Scotland is Schultz, Judy Schultz is Risa, Mary Shipp is Miss Spalding, Joe Forte is Horowitz, and Ken Peters is Olson. Music under the direction of Liz Gutston. This is Charles Linden. This is the CBS Radio Network.
Happy Thanksgiving!
Ladies and gentlemen, we hope that you've enjoyed our show today and are thankful that you came today. We certainly are very thankful that you did. And perhaps you've even been reminded of something in your own life to be thankful for this coming Thursday. We are also incredibly thankful that we are well into our 14th season, and we have an amazing season planned to continue throughout the new year. So our next show will be Sunday, January 8th, and we will take a look at funny, tough guys like Edward G. Robinson and Vincent Price. So be sure to join us then, or else, see. And of course, you won't want to miss the rest of our exciting shows planned for our 14th season with Jack Benny, The Magnificent Montague, and even some sci-fi of Ray Bradbury and more. All recreated for you live on stage right here at the Oak Park Arms. So be sure to check out www.ttdyradio.com for the latest updates and show information. But now, here's the cast of those thrilling days of yesteryear. Aaron Hogue, John Dingle, John Corona, Ken Ball, Lars Timpa, Lisa Brown-Coron, Mark Hutchison, Pam Turlo, and Ron Brown. And of course, no radio show would be complete without the symphony soundtrack sounds of Pam Turlo and John Corona. But let's also thanks to the magnificent musical magic of Don Younger on piano. And I am the producer and director of Ben Lewis. And on behalf of the cast, we'd like to extend our thanks to you, the audience, for once again helping our show to come alive and for living those thrilling days of yesteryear so that we could bring them back to you. Thank you so much. Thank you. We will see you in the new year, June 8th. Until then, please join in the lobby for, I think we have punch and cookies and things like that for you to enjoy. Hope you have a wonderful holiday season. Thank you.